Greetings and welcome to the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. In this broadcast, it's the 1911 replay, and it's the first games played for the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. They're the last two teams who have not played yet. This is only game 9 in the entire replay. The date is April 13, 1911. Pitching for the Chicago White Sox, it's Big Ed Walsh, the right-hander. And for the Detroit Tigers, George Mullin, their workhorse. And we'll have the lineups in just a few minutes, if you bear with us. Stand by. Gonna need to make another pot of coffee. We want to welcome you to SBN, the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We're doing two replays, 1911 and 1969. This is April 13, 1911 replay. Chicago White Sox at the Detroit Tigers, first of a 3-game series. Ed Walsh for the White Sox, George Mullin for the Tigers. Got about 4 minutes. Now I see it's 4 minutes till we will present the opening lineups for today. And Kathy Harden has arrived. Oh, so great to see you, Kathy. And I'm gonna I just topped off my last cup from the first pot. Let's look at our opening lineups as we wait for the tweet to be posted. It's for the Chicago White Sox. Leading off and playing second base is Amby McConnell. Batting second at third base, Harry Lord. Batting third at shortstop, Raleigh Zeider. Batting fourth in left, Patsy Doherty. Batting fifth in right field, Nixie Callahan. Batting sixth in center field, Matty McIntyre. Batting seventh at first base, Tex Jones. Batting eighth and catching, Billy Sullivan. And the pitcher, Big Ed Walsh. In 1908, he won 40 games. He is a workhorse. For the Detroit and the Chicago White Sox are about a 500 team, a few games over 500. They came in fourth place. For the Detroit Tigers, leading off in left field, Davy Jones. Batting second at short, Donnie Bush. Batting third in center field, Ty Cobb. Batting cleanup in right field, Sam Crawford. Batting fifth at first base, Jim Delahanty. Batting sixth at third, George Moriarty. Batting seventh at first, Del Gaynor. Batting eighth and catching, Oscar Stanage. And the pitcher, batting ninth, the workhorse for Detroit, George Mullin. The Tigers came in second place. They were an excellent team. I think they had about 89 wins, which is well over 90 in a full schedule today. Looking at the White Sox and their pitching staff, in addition to Ed Walsh, is Doc White, Jim Scott, Fred Olmsted, just to name a few. And Kathy Horton is for the Tigers. I want to, well, I'm not sure, Kathy. I like Big Ed Walsh, but he's amazing. Maybe I will go for the Tigers. I want them to compete with the A's. For the Tigers, looking at their bullpen, in addition to George Mullin, Wild Bill Donovan, Ralph Works, Ed Willett, Ed Lafitte, Ed Summers, just to name a few. Oh God, is he intense looking. Christ, yeah. And the tweet you just reminded me is up, and it is good. Lord, boy, that's good. The game is in Bennett Park in Detroit. Capacity 5,000. Somehow they snuck 5,107 in their standing room. And the Tigers take the field. Here's George Mullin on the mound. And leading it off for Chicago, Amby McConnell. Okay, Mullin is ready. Here's the pitch to McConnell. 6-5. Left-hander, fly ball center. Cobb is under it. One away, and we are underway here in Detroit. Remember, Detroit won a couple pennants until Philadelphia took it in 1910. Here's Harry Lord now, left-handed hitter. Been looking forward to this game. Mullin into his windup, and the pitch to Lord. 5-7. Struck him out. 2 down. For Raleigh Zeider. Here's the pitch from Mullin. 1-4, and he walked him. Zeider's on. He's a 1-13, 1-10 with Stainage. And I encourage you all to look up this guy, Oscar Stainage, the catcher. Very interesting character. So Zeider on first being held, and here is Patsy Daugherty. Mullin from the stretch. 1-8, and he grounds it to third base. Moriarty has it. I'm sorry, to second base. Delahanty has it. And it goes through. He's being held. Oh, my. We got a plus reading. That ball went through, and Zeider goes to third. You can't hold people on without any cost or risk. First and third now, 2 outs. Daugherty and A being held. No, they will not. First and third, 2 outs. Here's Nixie Callahan. Mullin in a little bit of a jam here, trying to get out of this. There are 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Nixie. 3-10, and it's a base hit up the middle for Callahan. Zeider scores. Daugherty goes to second. Cobb is a -1. Daugherty going to third. 1-14, 1-16, 1-15. He'll hold. So a clutch single by Nixie Callahan here in the top of the first. First and second, 2 down, and here's Matty McIntyre. 1-0 White Sox. Here's the pitch from Mullin. 2-7, and he grounds it to second. Delahanty has it, throws it over to Gaynor, and the side is retired. But 1 run on 2 hits, a walk, and 2 left on after a half. It's White Sox 1, and Detroit coming about. Here's Big Ed Walsh. He practically invented the spitball. And we're going to take a look at Ed Walsh pitching. And the Tigers, Davy Jones, the leadoff hitter, that's left-handed. Good. Tigers trail by 1 here. Big Ed Walsh. Here's the pitch to Jones. 3-10, and he struck him out. 1 down. He's got a pretty good strikeout ratio. He pitched 369 innings. Like I said, in 1908, he won 40 games. It's 1 out, nobody on. Donnie Bush at the plate. Cobb on deck. Bush a switch hitter, batting left against Big Ed Walsh. Here's the pitch. 4-10. Left-handed, fly ball right. Under it is Callahan, 2 down. And here comes Ty Cobb. His first plate appearance of the season, left-handed hitter. You can't get a better matchup than this. Walsh, 2 outs, nobody on, facing Cobb. The pitch from Walsh. 6'9", left-hander, chops it to short. That's for Zider. He's a 3. 16-3. Oh, and he throws him out. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Big Ed Walsh. And after 1, it's Chicago 1, Detroit nothing. Well, here's George Mullin, got into trouble there in the first. Let up a run. Here's Tex Jones leading it off for the White Sox. Here's the pitch from Mullin. 2-5. Struck him out. That's the second from Mullin. Billy Sullivan is the batter. Walsh on deck. .68 right-hander pops it up to first, and that's for Gainer, 2 away. And here's Walsh. He is a 3 WR, a 1 in the field. .28 struck him out, and that's a 1-2-3 for Mullin, and his third strikeout. In the middle of the second, 1-0 White Sox. Don't miss our other games. We have an afternoon game today, and we try to stagger it and shake it and then do all sorts of things. We'll be staying with the 1911 replay. It'll be the Phillies with Rowan at the New York Giants, Christy Mathewson. Tomorrow morning, back to 1969, KC with Butler versus Hargan, the pitcher for Cleveland. Brought to you here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Sam Crawford leading it off to start the bottom of the second. Crawford, a left-handed hitter. Look at all these left-handed hitters, for Christ's sakes. Okay, Mullin facing the future Hall of Famer, Sam Crawford. I think he's in the hole. 1-5 base hit for Sam to lead it off. Crawford on first being held. 1-11. And here's Ed Delahanty. Jim! I keep confusing him. Jim Delahanty. Mullin from the stretch. 5-5. Walked him. First and second. Nobody out. For George Moriarty. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm so sorry. See, I did that. That's rare for me. Let's see. 5-5. Delahanty. He struck him out. I'm sorry. Big Ed Walsh on the mound. I think we got away with that. We gave Crawford a base hit. That's all right. That's the second strikeout for Walsh. Okay, here's Moriarty. Crawford's single stood anyway. That was off his own card. Okay, here's George Moriarty with 1 out and Crawford on first being held. What the hell I have that for? Yeah. God, what a mess. Here's the pitch to Moriarty now. From Walsh. 1-8. Rounds it to short. He's being held. That goes through. And Crawford goes to third. You see what happens when you start holding runners all the time. Those pluses will show up. So it's first and third, one down, and Del Gaynor, the batter. Nice hit by Moriarty. Walsh working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Gaynor. 6-9 right-hander, grounds to short, could be 2. Zider is a 3. 4-3. Oh, he only has the play at first. Crawford comes home. And Moriarty goes to second. A run batted in for Gaynor. Let's look at that again. Ground ball short. So it's 2 outs with Moriarty on second and Oscar Stainage, the catcher. Here's the pitch from Walsh. 1-7. It's a base hit for Stainage. Moriarty comes home. It's 2-1 Tigers. A clutch 2-out single by Oscar Stainage. And here comes Mullin, the pitcher. He's a 5 WR, 4 in the field. Walsh getting hit here. 3-3. It's a double down the line for Mullin. Staines goes to third. Walsh getting hit. Second and third, 2 outs. Davy Jones, the batter. Walsh trying to get out of this. 2-5. Lines it to first, caught by Tex Jones. And the side is finally out. Tough inning there for Big Ed Walsh. 2 runs on 4 hits. 3 singles and a double. And after 2, it's 2-1. A little disorientation there on my part. I'm fine now. Here comes Mullin. Now with a lead. I'm going to make some coffee if you don't mind. It'll be McConnell, Lord, and Zider for the White Sox. Woo! Oh, Lord help me. Lord help me, God. Get that coffee, Kathy Harden. I hope you have yours. How much do you drink in terms of coffee? You drinking coffee right now? Fans are packed, including out in the outfield. Oh. Okay, that coffee's brewing. Oh, your last cup already? You're not having any more this morning? Okay, Mullin on the mound. Facing Amby McConnell, flew to center in the first. Here's Mullin now. The pitch to McConnell, 2-6. And there's a base hit for Amby. to lead it off. Not being held. And here's Harry Lord now. .321 hitter. God almighty. One more, okay. You don't drink quite as much as me, I assume. Okay, here's Mullin now. From the stretch, McConnell on first. Pitch to Lord for 6. Whoa, that is a base hit by Lord. McConnell goes to third. First and third. He's not being held, Lord. Lord on first, McConnell on second to start it off Mullin, and here's Raleigh Zider. Daugherty on deck, then Callahan. Here's Mullin now. Infield is back. They'll concede a run. And the pitch, 110. And there's a base hit to right field for Zider. McConnell comes in to score. It's a tie ball game. Lord goes to second. Looks like he could stretch it if he wants. 110, right field. First and second, -3 he'll hold on Crawford's arm. So Mullin allows 3 consecutive singles here in the top of the third. It's a tie ball game at 2. Here's Patsy Daugherty. 4-8. And that is a base hit by Daugherty. That's 4 in a row. And the bases are loaded, nobody out. And that's the second hit for Daugherty today. And here comes Nixie Callahan. Mullin trying to get somebody out here in the top of the third. The pitch to Nixie. Whoa, that's going to have to be a reroll. 4-9. Whoa, that is a base hit by Nixie. Oh, my. Lord scores. 2 runs in. Second run batted in for Nixie Callahan. Still bases loaded. 5 straight singles for the White Sox here. Matty McIntyre, the batter. Tigers won this in real world 4-2. And both pitched complete games, both pitchers. Here's McIntyre now. 3-3. Grounds it to first. Gainer has it, but Zider will score. That's the third run of the inning. It's second and third. Both, all runners advanced. Run batted in for McIntyre. 4 runs, it's 4-2. First and second. I think I got that right. Here's Tex Jones. It's 1 out, second and third. First and second and third, I'm sorry. Here's the pitch to Jones. Infield in. 6-5. Grounds it to third B. Let's see on the infield in here. It's grounded to third. Jones is safe. And Daugherty is thrown out at the plate. Callahan goes to third. So it's first and third. 2 outs. I'm sorry, 1 out. Two outs. Having a little trouble here this morning, Kathy Harden. And here's Billy Sullivan. 2 outs, first and third, 3 in. And the pitch to Sullivan. 1-3, and he grounds it to first, and that'll get Mullin out of that inning. 3 runs, though, for the White Sox. It's 4-2 in the middle of the third. That was a tough inning for me. Okay, Big Ed Walsh now. Well, 2 runs in the second, but now the Chi Sox are leading. Donnie Bush leads it off. Cobb on deck, then Crawford. Here's Walsh. 6-2 left-hander. A line drive to second, caught by McConnell, and that was a nice catch. 1 down. Here's Ty Cobb. Cobb grounded to short in the first. The pitch from Walsh. That's 5-6 left-hander, struck him out. Cobb goes down on strikes, swinging. And that's the third for Walsh. Cobb had his share of strikeouts. How do you like that? 83. Now Sam Crawford. He's not like a guy who doesn't strike out. 2 outs, nobody on. Crawford at the plate. Singled and scored. Big Ed Walsh on the pitch. 3-7, flies it to center. And McIntyre makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 for Big Ed Walsh. That's what we expect from Big Ed Walsh. We've gone 3. It's 4-2. A very, very unsettling first 3 innings for me. Getting a little bit confused, but it happens, folks. It happens. Too bad Mr. Perota isn't here. He could have straightened me out. Okay, George Mullin on the mound. I'm going to get myself some coffee. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I hope you're enjoying the game. I play Strat-O-Matic for respite from the madness of real worlds. It keeps me busy. It keeps me distracted. And overall, I enjoy it, and so forth. And I say, let me go. Oh, God, I forgot what I just said, Kathy Harden, about I got what right? That I needed Mr. Perota? I think you're right. Sneak in the cup. Sneaking one. I'll need some milk today. Whew. Chicago 4, Detroit 2. We're at Bennett Park here in Detroit. Leading it off is Big Ed Walsh. Struck out in the second. Okay, here's Mullin and the pitch to Walsh. 4-2, right-hander, flies to center, and Cobb makes the catch. 1 down here in the top of the fourth. Here's Amby McConnell, 1 for 2 today, singled and scored in that crazy last third inning, where there were 5 singles in a row by the White Sox, starting with Amby. Mullin into his windup. Here's the pitch. 1-5, and it's a base hit to right. Amby's second of the game. He's a D, won't be held. Here's Harry Lord. 321 average. McConnell on first, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Mullin. 1-8. And that is a base hit by Lord, just past Moriarty. McConnell goes to second. Here we go again with the singles. And that was by past Delahanty, I'm sorry. Here's Raleigh Zeider now. First and second, one down. Zeider walked and single. Doherty on deck. The pitch from Mullin. 3-12, pops it up to second. And Delahanty makes the catch. It's 2 away for Patsy Doherty. He's 2 for 2. Okay, McMullen. And the pitch. 4-4, left-hander, catcher X. That's Stanage. He's a 1. Oh, he's a 1. 1-1. And he struck him out. Mullin struck Doherty out. I'm not sure I'm really a fan of that, by the way. That's the 4th, by the way, for Mullin. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. 4-2 White Sox in the middle of the 4th. The idea that they have strikeouts on the basic fielding chart on catcher X. That seems peculiar. Here's Big Ed Walsh. He retired the side in order in the 3rd after allowing 2 runs in the 2nd. It's 4-2 White Sox. And Jim Delahanty leads it off. He struck out in the 2nd. Okay, here's Walsh. He's ready. Here's the pitch to Delahanty. 5-4. Right-hander, grounded to third X. Lord is a 2. 16-2. Throws him out. So there's 1 down. Walsh has retired now 5 in order. And here's Moriarty. If Walsh gets into a groove, watch out, folks. He singled and scored Moriarty. Here's the pitch, 5-6. Struck him out. That's the 4th for Walsh. Two outs, nobody on for Del Gaynor. Here's the pitch from Walsh. 5-7. Struck him out. And that's 7 retired in order by Walsh. 5 strikeouts. We've gone 4. It's 4-2 Chicago over the Detroit Tigers. Mullin on the mound now. Leading it off, Nixie Callahan, 2 for 2 today. Mullin having trouble with these White Sox today. Okay, here's the pitch to Callahan. 2-9, pops it up to short. And Bush makes the catch, 1 down. Finally retired him. Now Matty McIntyre. 323 hitter, full-time player. I'm going to learn about all these folks. Matty 0 for 2, 1 out, no one on. 3-4, and that's a fly ball to right field. And Crawford makes the catch, 2 away. For Big Tex Jones. Jones 0 for 2, reached on a force. And the pitch 4-7, and that is a base hit by Jones off Mullin. His first hit of the game. Jones on first, 2 down, he's a D. Billy Sullivan, the catcher. Sullivan 0 for 2. And the pitch from Mullin. 3-4, grounds it to third. And Moriarty has it. And the side is retired. So a better inning there for Mullin. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Middle of the 5th already. It's 4-2 Chicago. Walsh has retired 7 in order. He has 5 strikeouts. It's going to be Stainage leading it off. Mullin and then Davy Jones. Love that name. And he has no E, does he? No. Davy Jones. He's well known. He's a famous player. Okay, here's Walsh. The pitch to Stainage to start it off. 4-4, right-hander. A catcher X. Sullivan a 3. 5-3. Oh, he drops the pop-up. Oh, my. Sullivan charged with an error. He must have lost it in the sun, even though it's an overcast day. First error of the ball game. Stainage on first, and here comes Mullin. Mullin, a D bunter. He is 5 WR. It's Stainage on first, no outs. The pitch from Walsh. 111. Grounds it to second, double play. Two outs, nobody on. And here's Davy Jones. Left-handed hitter. Pitch from Walsh. 2-6, walked him. Walsh pitching him very carefully. Jones on first with 2 outs. He's a 1-11 being held, and Donnie Bush the batter. One 5, walked him. So Walsh has walked 2 in order. It's first and second, 2 outs for Ty Cobb. Cobb 0 for 2 today. It's where the Tigers want to be right now. If it's 2 outs first and second, Ty Cobb 420 in real world for the season. Here's Walsh now. And the pitch to Cobb. 2-8. Struck him out. Oh, Walsh gets Cobb swinging again for his 6th strikeout. Oh, my. Look at that, Kathy Harden. I know you want the Tigers, but he got Cobb again, Big Ed Walsh. The side is retired. No runs, no hits, 2 walks, an error, 2 left on. And after 5, it's a 4-2 ball game. How do you like that? Okay, here comes Mullin now. Big Ed Walsh will lead it off. Yeah, that was a tough one, Kathy Harden. Boy, Cobb is not invincible. Wow. I enjoy looking at box scores. You see Cobb goes 0 for 4 sometimes. You know, he's a human being. Okay, Mullin on the mound. Here's the pitch to Walsh. 3-3, grounds it to first. Gainer, 1 down. I'll tell you, Mullin will face Andy McConnell now, who's 2 for 3. And the pitch to McConnell. That's 3-12. Grounds it to second for Delahanty, 2 down. And here's Harry Lord, who's 2 for 3. Three 6. Grounds it to second, and the side is out. So it's a 1-2-3 for Mullin, looking very good there. In the sixth, it's 4-2 Chicago. Bottom of the sixth, it would be Crawford, Delahanty, and Moriarty. Crawford 1 for 2. Here's Walsh now. And the pitch. 2-8. And there's a base hit by Crawford to lead it off for the Tigers. .376 or 378. Holy cow, Kathy Harden. And you've heard of Sam Crawford, I imagine. He's an ace stealer being held 1-11 for Jim Delahanty. 339, for Christ's sakes. It's like an all-star team of hitters. Okay, Walsh, the pitch to Delahanty. 4-2. Oh, it's a base hit, just beyond the reach of Zyder. First and second, nobody out. Walsh on another jam here. Here's George Moriarty now. Hit 243. Real world. Walsh from the stretch. 3-9. Grounds it to second. Delahanty, McConnell has it and the runners will advance. So it's second and third with one out. For Del Gaynor. Gaynor 0 for 2. And the pitch to Gaynor. 1-8. And it's hit well deep to left field. Going back is Daugherty. And he makes the catch. But it's deep enough for him to tag. And it's a 4-3 ball game. I don't know what happened with that, but we'll go with that. 2 outs now. And here's Oscar Stainage. .26, struck him out. That's the 7th for Walsh, but a run for the Tigers on 2 singles and a sacrifice fly. After 6, it's 4-3 ball game. Very tight one here. Here's George Mullin now. Raleigh Zyder leads it off. We'll take a break after this half inning, folks. .19, and it's hit deep into left. Going back is Dave Jones to make the catch. 1 out. I'm having trouble this morning. Here's Patsy Daugherty. 2 for 3. The pitch from Mullin. 3-7. Fly ball center. And Cobb makes the catch. 2 away. It's a very good game. I'm glad you like it, despite my challenges. It is a really good game. Here's Callahan. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-7. And that's a chopper to third. Moriarty has it, throws it over to Gaynor. And a 1-2-3 inning for Mullin, and he's retired 7 in order. So we've really got a nice ball game here in the middle of the 7th. It's Chicago White Sox 4, the Detroit Tigers 3. Mullin will lead it off. Then it'll be Davy Jones and Donnie Bush. And we will be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. My name is Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Don't miss our afternoon game. scheduled for 2:30 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. Phillies at the Giants with Christy Mathewson on the mound. Thank you, Kathy Harden. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your support. Welcome back, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman here with Kathy Harden on on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We've got a doozy here. You know, Walsh won 27 games. He lost 18. So it's not unusual for him to lose a ball game. He also is known for having pitched doubleheaders, complete game doubleheaders. I might overuse him a little bit this season, just for the hell of it. He had injuries. In fact, we'll eventually do a biography on him, always a brief bio. We encourage you to do your own research. But, well, I started reading up on it last night. He eventually was plagued by injuries. I guess it takes a toll on the arm. Well, here come the Detroit Tigers down by 1 in a very, very good ball game. 4-3 Chicago. Walsh trying to hold the Tigers here with the lead. I think they have the lead, right, Kathy? I'm so verklumped this morning. Yeah, Chicago's winning, so Walsh is winning, right? Okay, George Mullin, a 5 WR leading it off. Here's Walsh now. And the pitch to Mullin, grounds it to second. And McConnell has it, 1 away. Now Davy Jones, 0 for 2 on a walk, left on base. Let's slow it down a little, people. Here's Walsh. The pitch to Jones. 3-8. Grounds it to second. Again, McConnell, amby-pamby, 2 outs. For Donnie Bush. Switch hitter batting left against Walsh. I expect Walsh to be very tough here in the late innings. Here's the pitch to Bush. 1-7. Walked him. That's the third walk given up by Big Ed Walsh. Second drawn by Bush. He's an A. 1-11, being held. Here's Ty Cobb. Now they're not holding him. Okay, they're not holding him. He's a 1-13. Here's the pitch to Cobb. 5-7. Struck him out again! Big Ed Walsh strikes Cobb out for the 3rd time today. And Cobb is infuriated. That's the 8th for Big Ed Walsh, and the side is retired. Whew! Look at that. Cobb has struck out 3 times today. He's 0 for 4. After 7, it's a 4-3 ball game. Okay, here come the White Sox now. Yeah, and I'm not that surprised. It's happened, probably, in real world. He struck out 83 times, Kathy. It's not that unusual. Leading it off will be McIntyre. 0 for 3 today. Mullin trying to hold the White Sox to give the Tigers a lead. Here's the pitch to McIntyre. 3-12. Walked him. Mullin's endurance is in the 9th. Here's Tex Jones. McIntyre a B, 1-7 being held. The pitch to Jones. 1-3. Grounds it to first, and McIntyre advances to second base. 1 out. Matty on second. Billy Sullivan, the batter. Walsh on deck. And the pitch. 5-9. Fly ball right. And Crawford makes the catch. 2 outs. And here comes Walsh. Oh for 3. 3-4. Struck him out. And for Mullin, that's his 5th of the game. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. It will be Crawford, Delahanty, and Moriarty for Detroit. And Walsh trying to win it. So 4-3 ball game. Here's Crawford, left-handed hitter. 2 for 3 off Walsh today. Oh, you have to go. No problem, Kathy Harden. I hate to see you go, but I understand you got a life. Take care, okay? And thanks for being here. And thanks for letting me know. Here's the pitch to Crawford. 5-6. Struck him out. That's number 9 for Ed Walsh today. Now, Jim Delahanty. 2-4. And it's a base hit for Delahanty. His second single of the ball game. On first base, 1 out from Moriarty now. Gainer on deck. And the pitch from Walsh. 5-8. Grounds it to second. This could be 2. McConnell at 3. 1-3. It goes through for a base hit. And Delahanty goes to third. And I'm sorry if Kathy's missing this. First and third, 1 out for Gainer. 0 for 2 and a sacrifice fly. Walsh trying to settle down. First and third, 1 out. Infield back. And the pitch to Gainer. 4-4 right-handed. Catcher X. Sullivan a 3. 12-3. A pass ball. Followed by a foul out. A pass ball by Sullivan. And it's a tie ball game, Kathy Harden. If you ever come back to watch this. This is an unearned run. Off Walsh. It's not counted as an error, though. My Lord. With 1 out and first and third, Sullivan passed ball to tie it up. And here's Oscar Stainage. We've got a tie ball game here. And the pitch, 4-7. And it's a base hit by Stainage. Moriarty goes to second. First and second, 2 down. And Mullin will hit. Yes, he will. With 2 outs, first and second. He's a 5 WR. Here's Walsh. 3-3. Oh, it's a double! Oh, my, Mullin brings home the go-ahead run with a double. Oh, my, oh, my. Delahanty scores. It's 5-4. Oh, my, oh, my. Staines goes to third and holds. Second and third, 2 down. Davy Jones now. Walsh trying to get out of this. The pitch to Jones, 5-3. Grounds it back to Walsh. He's a 1. 6-1, and he throws him out. Oh, what an inning. 2 runs. One of them unearned. And after 8, it's Detroit 5, Chicago 4, Kathy Harden. And here comes George Mullin to win it for the Tigers. Amby McConnell will lead it off. Amby 2 for 4 today. White Sox down by a run. Here's Mullin. This is his endurance inning. 2-10. Grounds it to first. Gainer has it. 1 down. My, oh my. What a turn of events. It's like the Tigers stole this ball game. Here's Harry Lord, 2 for 4. Mullin, the pitch. 5-7, struck him out. Number 6. And it's all up to Raleigh Zeider, who's 1 for 3 with a walk. Here's the pitch from Mullin. 2-8. Grounds it to third. Moriarty has it, throws it over to Gainer, and the ball game is over. Wow, what a game. The fans are going crazy. All 5,107 of them. The final score, Detroit Tigers 5. Chicago White Sox 4. And she'll be happy, Kathy Harden. Mullin gets the win. He went all the way. He pitched 9. He allowed 10 hits. Did not allow a hit since the 5th. He walked 2, struck out 6, and allowed 4 runs. The loss, and it's a tough one, Big Ed Walsh, he pitched 9, allowed 10 hits. He walked 3, struck out 9, and allowed 4 earned runs, 1 unearned. The final line, Tigers 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. It's not an error, that pass ball. And the White Sox 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Star of the game, George Mullin has been appointed the star of the game for getting the win and knocking in the winning run. How do you like that? George Mullin now gets his first win. And that's the ball game. I hope you enjoyed it. We are scheduled for a game this afternoon at 2:30. Stay strong, everyone. Stay well. And I'll catch you all next time.